Yeah, but the 13-year-old brother will have to stay in detention for now. Today, prosecutors painted a troubling picture of the boy's life at home before they're accused of that carjacking, spree firing shots and running from the cops. Today, their mother said they'd be fine to come home. Two brothers, 12 and 13 years old, in court, their attorneys asking for them to be released from custody.
He is 12. Detention is not appropriate. He does not need to be in detention.
The brothers were arrested last week after a wild police chase through Seattle, where cops say they each had guns, violently carjacked a woman, and fired shots before being taken into custody.
Mom has had him in the home. There's been no control. He's been out of control. There's been multiple incidents where firearms are involved.
Today, a probation counselor said this was not the first problem at the family's home, including multiple prior instances of guns and gangs. But today, the boy's mother said she could take care of them.
I think he'll be fine to come home. I think he will be safe. I will keep him safe. So I think it's fine that he come home today.
Everybody talks about he's got a community support. I believe it. But that community was there when these incidents happened.
Judge Veronica Galvin signed off on releasing the 12-year-old with electronic monitoring, but prosecutors said the older brother was the driver and may have been leading the younger brother along.
There's a very serious threat to community safety with him out of custody.
Judge Galvin said the boy and the community would not be safe if he were released right now.
I don't just want to let people out to get out. I want to see them succeed. Denied without prejudice.
The mother, before, according to police, knew that her boys had those guns and were walking down the street, and in fact had called 911 8 minutes before the armed carjacking. But police say that she did not tell the dispatchers that it was her sons that were walking down Aurora with the guns. We tried to talk to the family today after court. They declined to speak with us. The 13-year-old, he's going to be held in detention for now, but he could be released at a later date as the cases move forward against them. Reporting live outside Juvenile Court, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.
For the second time in a week, we're getting an up-close look at yet another wild police incident involving armed kids in a stolen car.
This incident happened in December, but Seattle police released this footage just today, showing the moment a group of teens flip a stolen car directly in front of an officer. The video's release comes just days after a different case where police chased two boys in a stolen car.
KOMO's Ryan Sims joins us at the live desk. And Ryan, in this latest case, police say these juveniles were once again armed and dangerous.
Yeah, we've been seeing a bit of this lately, and it continues. The proof is in this startling body camera video. I want you to take a look at this. You see one of the officers going through a nearby bush, and look at what he pulls out. It is going to be a loaded pistol. This, you see on the screen, recovered just feet away from that car wreck.
Out of all the places for these teen suspects to wipe out, well, it happened here in Beacon Hill, smack dab in front of a Seattle police officer.
On-view collision, I'm involved, start fire.
Police say this wreck was the result of a reckless joyride by three juveniles, all in a stolen car. Immediately after the crash, video shows this officer springing into action.
Are you okay? No.
As those teens were taken away in an ambulance, another shocking find, a loaded pistol.
I got it.
The release of this video coming just days after this stunning case where 12 and 13-year-old brothers are accused of taking police on this wild chase for miles on end. As you see, it took canine teams to stop these suspects from running away any further. As for the suspects in this teen-fueled emergency, one of them was eventually released to their parents, while two others are still locked up on investigation of auto theft and unlawful possession of a firearm.
Now, as for the reason why the suspects wiped out to begin with, it was learned that their car suffered damage from spike strips caused by an earlier police chase. At the live desk, Ryan Sims, come on in.
Well, Eric, I can tell you this, as one of the troopers told me today, it is inherently and horribly dangerous, and that shooters don't account for the rounds that they are firing. Talk to drivers out here. They'll tell you this is a bad situation that just got worse.
Yeah, to see that car, it's pretty shocking. That is a lot of bullets.
It marks a turning point in freeway shootings this year in King County. Up until now, it's been mostly vehicles hit by gunfire, no injuries. Not this time. The situation has escalated. It changed Monday night. A driver shot while southbound on I-5 near the 405 interchange in Tukwila. Troopers say he was shot multiple times, leaving him in critical condition. It's got the attention of other drivers.
Knowing that's happening, that obviously makes me feel unsafe because, you know, you don't know what's going on with the people around you.
The man shot managed to pull over, called 911, said he didn't know why and had no description of the shooter or the vehicle. The last thing he said, he was going to pass out.
That's very scary.
Drivers tell me they feel as though they have to be hyper aware on the road and wonder this question. Is it going to be me next?
And we understand that. Like I said, any one shooting is alarming, and we're doing everything that we can to, you know, to investigate the ones that occur and to deter the ones that haven't.
Since the start of the year, there have been 11 freeway shootings. All the main highways are in play. State Patrol recently added emphasis patrols, teaming with other agencies to help deter the violence and look for criminal activity.
Is that emphasis patrol enough, though, considering the rate that we're dealing with here?
Well, it's the plan we have in place, and we feel it's a great plan.
Trooper Rick Johnson said the cases take time. Investigators are still investigating. So far, no arrest. But the information they collect is building a heat map that looks for patterns. One tell, most of the shootings happen on I-5 in South King County.
Know that we're out there and we're using every tool that we have in the toolbox.
Now, I can tell you that there was one man that was also shot on Friday. He was just dropped off at the hospital with no information other than telling the hospital staff that he'd been shot on I-5. Troopers still trying to confirm, in fact, that that was where he was shot. As for last night's shooting, troopers are putting a call out for Dashcam video. They're hoping somebody was heading northbound and saw that suspect fleeing southbound at a high rate of speed. If you find that, call State Patrol. I'm Michelle Esteban, KOMO News.
Listen.